We could have a big, nice, fat, juicy present my vagina like a science project. Hello! Hey friends, welcome to part 5! And welcome to my pillowy corner. My pillow corner. That sounds kind of dirty. You wanna come in my pillow corner? Immediately clicks out because you realize that this person knows nothing about sexiness. There's 4 videos before this. I have made a playlist called the OnlyFans Bible. It is very historically correct, and if you are saying this and you're not a subscriber, how? Because I'm shadow banned. Anyway, I just finished filming part 4 because I realized that I want to not just like speed through these questions like super quick, you know, I want to give each question its little moment. I think I answered 2 or 3 questions at the end of the last video. However, this whole video is going to be questions. I'm going to start with the questions that were left in the comment section of my part 3 video. We'll just go through YouTube, and then I also posted on my Instagram story. Okay, perfect. Now I can have bad posture and you can't really tell. Question 1. I don't know if people want me to say their names, but maybe I won't because it's like, it could be, I don't know. There's a fuzz on my lip. Is it possible to stay anonymous on OnlyFans and do like foot videos without showing your face? Asking for a friend. Like, will you get noticed if you don't have fans? I want to say I talked about this in my very first OnlyFans video. I may not be the best person to ask as for like a personal anecdote. However, my initial instinct to this is like, you're gonna want to promote it in some way. So unless you want to create like a new social media, like a new Twitter to promote your OnlyFans, and then the Twitter obviously would have to be anonymous too, and then just start that way and try to grow your following on Twitter and wherever else. Because if you're promoting it on your personal social media and you're promoting an anonymous OnlyFans, either A, people are going to know it's you, or B, they're going to be like, why is this girl promoting some random person's feet? And also, I think I talked in this video that she commented on about how I think personally the draw of OnlyFans is that it is like more personal, and there is like, I think the allure to it, and I think why it kind of took off so much is because people who were doing YouTube or just Instagram and maybe had a cleaner image then suddenly started doing OnlyFans, and it's like, oh my god, I've been watching this person on YouTube for 5 years and now they're like getting naked on camera. So like, that's a whole different thing than just like, oh yeah, I like boobs or butts or feet and I'm gonna join this. I don't know, I think there's something to be said about that. However, yes, you totally can. You can totally go that route, and I know people do that. And actually, I screenshotted like all the replies to this too, because someone replied and said, I make $10,000 a month and I don't show my face. Someone else said, how do people advertise themselves? I feel like no one would pay just seeing my name and picture because I'm a nobody. First of all, and then someone said, so you can get noticed then without starting out with fans but accumulating them? And then someone else asked, how and where do you, these are all on that same comment by the way, how and where do you advertise yourself? You could set up an identity with the same name on Twitter and Instagram, I guess. If you really do want to stay anonymous, you gotta kind of start fresh with the other social media accounts. And there's also the option of like having someone shout you out. I've yet to shout someone out or be shouted out. I've had a lot of offers for paid shout outs and also just like shout out for shout out, and I think that's a good way that you can grow for sure. You can pay to get shouted out when if you're just starting out. Once you have more of a following, you can find someone on your level kind of and be like, hey, you want to shout each other out? It's definitely possible. There's people that do it, but I would say the vast majority are either using their own name or they're showing like their face and everything, but they just have like a different name. So how soon after putting up the OnlyFans link did your Snapchat get deleted? Yeah, so I mentioned this in my first video. Really the only OnlyFans friendly platform is, well, there's 2, Twitter and Spotify. I don't really use Spotify, and I don't know how you would really go about promoting OnlyFans. I mean, I know you can connect your Spotify to OnlyFans, but like, I guess I don't really know how Spotify works. I thought it was just for streaming music. On Instagram, my stories would get taken down, and I actually lost the ability to do branded content, which basically is like, if you do a sponsorship at the top, it says like, paid partnership with blah 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 company. I lost that ability, which was crazy because I didn't even post anything explicit, but I did link to onlyfans.com/mishler, which I had that URL a couple weeks into it. I bought a vanity URL, and so now whenever I link to annalise.fun with the swipe up, it seems to be okay on Instagram because it doesn't get flagged in their system as being OnlyFans. Occasionally, sometimes I'll try to post a story and like before it even uploads, it'll like tell me that the upload can't be completed. It's weird. It's like, it hasn't even been up yet. I know it didn't get reported. Like, what's going on here? I digress. Back to the question of my Snapchat. I, for the first time, posted on my Snapchat. This was super early on, a month into my OnlyFans. I actually didn't even link to my OnlyFans page. I posted a photo and it was totally censored, and I didn't censor it like within the Snapchat app, which wouldn't matter because you can... Actually, that's so fucking weird that I have a private Snapchat where I post full nudity and shit, and then on my public Snapchat that I had since like 2012, I posted posted a photo that was totally censored, and I wrote, join my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/mishler. I just wrote it on there. It wasn't linked or anything. Yeah, and then I want to say 2 hours later I checked my email and saw, so it could have happened, 2 hours at the most. It could have happened almost instantly, but I just got an email from Snapchat saying, your account violates our guidelines and terminated, you can't get it back. Oh no. Just be careful. Because I have seen people push theirs, and maybe they just say swipe up and they don't write the word OnlyFans on the screen, and they swipe up with their vanity URL. Even that, be careful. You know what I just been thinking about? I wonder if you could promote on Facebook. I'm sure you could. I don't know. I don't use Facebook, and that would also be the last place I would promote my OnlyFans. So I just joined OnlyFans over 2 weeks ago, and my first week I did really well and made more than I was expecting, and then all of a sudden people stopped subscribing and liking pictures and stopped paying for pay-per-view. Is this normal? So someone replied to this. I'm gonna read her response and then I will give my thoughts. Someone replied and said, oh honey, welcome to the industry. It's normal, usually in the beginning is more traffic, but I suggest you take a look at your content and do you talk and interact with your fans? It's easy to get people in, but to keep them coming back is the trick. Not all people do like the same content. For example, do a poll on your page and ask your fans what they'd like to see more of. I'm wondering how much your subscription price is and how much you are usually charging for pay-per-view messages, because what could be happening, since you did say it's so early on, I think it's too early on. All the advice that the person who responded is totally true, but if it's only been 2 weeks and people are not subscribing, turning Ribble off, not interacting, my guess would be that they like what you're posting, but they think maybe it's not worth the price, you're not posting enough for the price, or I guess I would need more information to know. Because typically what I experienced, and then what everyone that I know personally has experienced that does OnlyFans, in the beginning it's a pretty upward trajectory, and then maybe, depending on your consistency, it'll be up and down, but it shouldn't be necessarily if people aren't interacting and they're not buying. I don't know, for some reason I have a feeling that it could have to do with the price. I highly suggest the polls, be looking at your analytics. I actually am terrible at that. I don't like looking at that shit. I don't like looking at my statements or my analytics, which is so dumb, I know, but I just don't like it, but you definitely should. Someone asked, how do you tip? And then someone actually, you guys are the best. People are actually just responding to these questions, so I'm kind of just here yep, second that. Yep, there's an option to tip under every post. It'll be a $ symbol with a circle around it at the bottom of the post. Yes, that is correct. When you get paid, does it say OnlyFans or is it a different name? Someone also answered this for them, so it doesn't say OnlyFans, it'll say direct deposit from Phoenix International or Phoenix Internet. I'll put that on the screen. I'm just picturing, because this person said Phoenix Internet, but I want to say it's Phoenix International. So yeah, it doesn't say OnlyFans, it'll just say direct deposit, Phoenix International, Internet, whatever, and then that's it. Do you have a tip menu, and if so, can you give ideas and prices of them, please? I'm all over the place with mine and don't know where to start on pricing. So first of all, I'm going to read the response from the person that replied to this. Me just making a video, but it's everything that you guys are saying, okay? This person says, I personally love having a tip menu. I recommend making it personal to yourself and your content. For example, if you post a lot of foot content, you can have a $45 treat my feet, one picture included, why would a picture be $45 but socks would be $25? I don't know. I don't know. My tip menu ranges from $7 to $100. I actually didn't have a tip menu. I wasn't using those terms, I guess. It's more I was saying I offer custom content. Why do I keep doing that the past few days? What the hell? I offer custom. Oh my god. Am I okay? Custom content. And then people would message me. Either they would say what they want, or I would be like, yeah, I do offer that. What did you have in mind? And then we would talk price. But recently I decided that a tip menu may be easier just for people to be able to see, and there's probably less back and forth that way. So, but it's still very variable. Oh my god, I can't speak. It's still pretty variable. There's certain things that are fixed prices, right? She was saying a foot picture is X amount of dollars. But then also, if someone wants a custom video, which most of the time, custom videos are a little bit more extreme, I guess, and so what I decided to do for that is just per minute a certain amount, and then they tell me how long of a video they want, what they want me to be doing, and they give me the details. That's that. And then people a lot of times will be like, hey, can you send over this video that you posted? I wasn't a subscriber at the time. Before I would sometimes, but the amount of time that it takes to upload a video to OnlyFans is ridiculous, so And plus I keep all of the videos on an external hard drive, so it was like, or just a lot of time, I guess, like not very efficient to be going back and sending videos that I sent out to everyone, sending that video to one person because they weren't a subscriber at the time, so they didn't get that message. But now I've noticed that OnlyFans has this thing called the vault, which it's weird, they didn't even like announce it on their like blog thing. If you go to your vault, it'll show like every single video or photo or post you've ever done, as well as like the attachments within chat. So now if someone asks me for a video that I sent out a month ago, if they weren't a subscriber, I go to the vault, I find the video, I click it, I send it to them, and then it sends immediately without having to like go through the upload process and without me having to get my hard drive and do all that shit. So that's been really nice actually. And usually I'll just send those over for whatever price it was that I sent it out initially. Like last night I had 3 people ask me for this one video that I sent out probably 2 weeks ago, but they were new subscribers. So I sent it to them. I put the $10 locked price on it because it was a in public sex video. It was super quick. Where in the past, or like when I do custom videos and I'm just uploading it there, like it does take takes a weirdly like large amount of time. But anyway, also a good program you can use to make your tip menu, totally not sponsored, but I use this for, actually I have a pro account too because I did find it super useful and I wanted like more of the features. I used it for like making my media kit, my rate sheet, just like, I mean you can use it for like everything, but it's called Canva. I'll link it below actually, but that's a good program you can use to make your tip sheet and also our tip menu, whatever you want to call it. And also they have like so many templates and designs and just like it'd be super easy to just like plug in the prices and the words and bada bing bada boom, send that off to your subscriber, beach. It's really hot in here right now, I'm getting kind of loopy. Okay, I've answered a lot of these already, so now we'll move on to my Instagram questions. I knew that I was gonna have just like way more responses that had nothing to do with OnlyFans. Why are you single? Do you believe in second chances after someone did you wrong? Can you DM me please? You're beautiful, what do you use to get so tan? You guys, how do you deal with people who try to get free stuff out of you? I don't know that I've necessarily experienced that, or maybe I have, but I'm just like the way I would respond to someone asking for something in particular, because most of the time people will be like, let me buy this, I want to buy videos, I want to buy this video. Sometimes people will say, send me a blowjob video. Sorry about that, my camera stopped recording. In that case is I will send the video and I'll put a price on it, and so it's kind of, there's kind of no room for them to be like, I want it for free. Like, okay, well I already sent it and if you want to see it then you pay $5. If someone were to straight up ask me like, I want this for free, no. But also I do, like in certain situations I will like hook people up, whether they've been around for a long time and they buy a lot of stuff. I will sometimes like send them 3 videos for like a way discounted thing, or like I had a newer subscriber last night ask me for a certain type of content, and I have that in my little vault, and I was like, yeah, I have a video of that, and it was a long video, it was like 25 minutes, and I was like, well, I sent this out for however much I sent it out for, maybe probably $10 because it's pretty long, but I can send you like a 30-second preview for free and you can decide if you want to buy it. And he was like, dope. And so I did, sent it for free, and then he bought it. So stuff like that, like don't be super uptight with, I mean, be like firm with what your content is worth and everything, but like in certain situations, like be a nice human, like I don't know, be like the service that you would want and you think would be really cool if someone was giving to you. So like for example, when I like, there's been many times actually where someone's new and they've missed 2 videos that they really want, and instead of charging them $20, I'll attach both of them for the price of one. Just especially like if they're new, and I don't know, just like stick with your prices for like 97% of the time. And then when people tip you a large amount, like if someone tips you $100, you're obviously not obligated to give them anything, because the way that situation would work if it was an exchange would be like they want something, you create it, you get it done, and then you send it over to them and you lock it with the price. That wouldn't really be a tip thing. Like, so, but if someone's just like being nice and tipping you, give them a little something extra, you know, shit like that. But if someone was just being an asshole and being like, well, I don't want to pay for that, I don't want to pay for it, but like give it to me, no. I'm thinking that this angle this whole time might have just been like an earthworm angle from me. Just like, do you personally show off the goods for your OnlyFans? Yes, I personally show off the goods. I have not yet hired someone to come and undress me on camera and present my vagina like a science project. But maybe one day. Do you need to have a big following to make money? No. Does it help? First of all, I'm not talking about me at all. People with big followings that were already huge ass creators and then they went to OnlyFans because I knew it would be easy and people would want to see it, maybe a nip slip. They have such an advantage. Like I won't name names, but I watched an OnlyFans advice video recently where she was like, you can make $1 million. What was the amount? I don't know. It was like a crazy amount, like $1 million in like 3 months or something with OnlyFans, and like everyone can do it with these tips. And it's like, but you also have 6 million subscribers and like maybe, I don't know, 2 million on Instagram. Like you're failing to mention that to the people. Like that's literally why you make that much. However, you totally do not need a big following to do really well. Can I get advice from you? Yes, that was a question. Can I pay you a small fee to help mentor me with my OnlyFans? My first question would be, did you sign up with my referral link? Because in that case, you don't have to pay me anything, like I will help you. I guess I'm just thinking like I haven't done this. Although I am like mentoring Courtney at the moment, but I'm obviously not charging her. I don't know, I guess I haven't thought about that. I guess I just thought like maybe doing this OnlyFans series thing on here could maybe serve as like a free mentorship for people. Obviously it's not as like in-depth as if I were to like make a course, but I wouldn't do that at this point because I'm still early on. We could have a big, nice, fat, juicy group text or something, or like a group message on it. That's what we should do, like a group message on Instagram or something, or Twitter since that's where you can promote it. That would be helpful. Also, I've noticed that there's a few people that have used my referral link that are fucking killing it. I plan on shouting them out. Since I haven't done that yet, I'm kind of like figuring out how I want to do it. But can we see your feet? You can on my OnlyFans. Like literally, I actually recently posted some feet stuff. Whoa, like literally every question I already answered in either my first or my third video, or the fourth video. Is Courtney doing an OnlyFans page? I thought I heard you mention her helping her set one up. Yes, she has one. I will link her below. I also linked her below in my last 2 videos. Not the OnlyFans ones, but like the Arizona vlog and the bathtub one. It's one of those things where like she's not hiding that it's her, but like if you were to type in her name on Google, then it wouldn't come up. So it's like one of those situations. And I think I'm gonna end there because I am sweating and I have to pee. Okay, that's it for part 5. I don't know what part 6 is gonna be. I'll probably do another like check-in update. Actually, you know what? I still have a lot more that I need to say. I mean, obviously I do. I always do. But I'm like perched in a very weird manner right now. I'm like Gullah Gullah. Was his name Binya Binya or was it Gullah Gullah? I know it was Gullah Gullah's island, but was his name Binya Binya? Because that's what he did. Also, is anyone else like concerned that I can do that voice so well? Because I don't really know where that came from. Gullah Gullah. Binya Binya. Okay. Always leave your comments down below regarding OnlyFans or, you know, anything. But like, if you want me to answer it in the next video, I'll always go back and check the previous chapter of the OnlyFans Bible. Yeah. Oh, update. Still can't pay myself out. This has been an issue since OnlyFans part 2. We're now on part 5. I have to pay rent tomorrow. It's like they're posting a new goddamn creator every day on their Instagram. They're constantly tweeting and retweeting and liking and welcoming new people, and I'm like, hello, I am making you a lot of your money. I mean, more now because you just basically have it, but I'm making you a lot of your monies. Am I invisible? Like, I'm starting to think like, well, now I'm in a weird headspace. Okay, subscribe.